Hello people, I'm Jabby Koei. With me is Achara Kirk. We're gonna watch All of Us Are Dead episode 4 today. If you want the full-length, uncut reaction where you sync up with the time code, that will be over at our Patreon page. If you can, hit the like button, that would be very much appreciated. Subscribe and click that notification bell to get notified when our next reaction for All of Us Are Dead is up here on the channel. Thanks to the boys at Prepper for helping us edit down these highlights. Let's have fun.
It's a wonderful intro, Jabby. I'm
Chantel doesn't sound that way.
이 대한민국 화제의 썰을 찾아 진실을 까발린 귤 까는 소리입니다. 이 인터넷이나 SNS에서 떠드는 것처럼 진짜로 좀비랜드가 됐는지 제가 지금 확인하러 가고 있습니다. 이 정도면 내려가지고 나 산 타야 되겠는데? 제가 지금 검문소를 피해가지고 산을 넘어온 건데 저기 아래 보이시죠?
Good place to die.
잠깐만요.
He's still live streaming. Actually, that's pretty smart. Keep live streaming.
Yeah. Get the proof out.
졸라 빨라 개새끼들.
I wish you could read the live chat.
I know.
마치 씨발.
Look how they're super chatting.
I hope this guy gets to see some of that money.
Damn, lady. So worried about you.
경수야, 경수 맞지?
No.
Mom, no.
No, stop.
경수야, 우리 좀 가니?
You gotta be shitting me.
경수, 저기 어디 있을 건데?
No. No. No.
God damn it.
밖에는 괜찮을까?
What is that helicopter doing?
I don't know. Unless it's just...
Can't they try to flag down that helicopter?
우리 엄마는 장사가 최고잖아. 지금도 좀비한테 치킨 팔고 있을지도 몰라.
No, there she is.
먹자. 다 끝나면 나가서 먹자.
That is so messed up.
Yeah, I was really
They
hoping
just
she
did her
would...
dirty like that.
Yeah. I was hoping she would make it at least partway through this episode.
지금 이런 말 하긴 그런데 하지 마 그럼. 화장실 가고 싶은 사람 없냐?
Real problem.
나 마려.
우리도 가야 되긴 한데 밖에 못 나가잖아.
No.
You guys can pee out the window, can't you?
Yeah, take turns, you know.
The guys can pee out the window.
You know, just dangle your bits outside.
아무도 안 온다 그랬잖아.
The helicopter people didn't notice them on the roof?
Come on.
나 좋은 방법이 있어.
Can't you poop out the window?
Yeah, just sit on the ledge.
잠깐 저기 들어가 있고 남자애들 여기서 아래에서 밖으로 싸면 되잖아. 야 그럼 똥은 바지를 내리고 매달려 이렇게 밖으로. 그러니까 약간 벼랑 끝에서 똥 싸는 느낌 있잖아. 약간 이렇게.
This is like the weirdest video game instructions I've ever heard of.
Tutorial.
그냥 좀 참자. 혹시 구조대 오면.
The rescuers come, we can poop as much as we want.
Just start crapping right in our pants.
화장실을 어디다 어떻게 만들어?
The recording booth.
저기에.
And then every time you open the door, you'll get hit with noxious fumes.
자, 오늘은 여기서 진행하니 지금부터 간이 화장실을 만들겠습니다.
It's the bathroom episode.
대소변이 잘 흡수되도록 여기 안쪽에 용변을 보도록 하겠습니다.
By the time they're done with this hour-long process, somebody's just gonna burst.
Yeah. And then we're just gonna crap on immediate impact.
아무도 우리 구하러 안 올 거라고.
너무 부정적인 것 아닌가?
우리 엄마 몰라? 나 찾는다고 학교 뒤집어졌을 거야. 지금까지도.
Oh, is her mom the one who's at the hospital with the firefighter?
Oh, maybe. Yeah. We know her mom's got status.
지금 밤이라 그럴 거야. 내일 아침 되면 누구라도 올 거야. 아침까지만 기다려보자.
It's probably not as easy to fly down a chopper as movies often make it look. They are really far away.
Yeah, and you must look really tiny from up there.
Oh God, this asshole.
Oh. No, serves you right.
Get him! Get him!
Please don't tell me he's gonna find his way to the roof.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
Oh!
That is the best place to hide.
That is the best place to hide.
하지 마라. 정신없다.
Yeah, save that, jeez.
어두워서 아무것도 안 보이는데 좀비가 어디서 나올 줄 알고.
아깐 좀비한테 들킨다고 밤에 나가자며.
낮이랑 밤이랑 생각이 바뀔 수도 있. 쉬어 안 가.
아이씨.
When is the safest time to move?
Magic hour?
아이씨. 빨려네.
Oh, yeah.
아이 그래.
Guys, calm down. You guys have the bathroom.
You know how lucky you are right now.
구조를 기다려보도록 하겠습니다. 그리고 구독과
Get those subs, buddy. Your watch time must be incredible.
이동해보도록 하겠습니다.
He's gonna have no more content after this.
Nothing's gonna top
Go
this
back to
video.
getting attacked by zombies.
Way better
Stay
when
in
your
your
life
lane,
is in
man.
peril. I hope this guy makes it.
보십시오. 가시는 합니다. 안전한 것 같습니다.
Damn, he must have like some type of external charger going.
Nah, Korean phones are just light years ahead of us.
잠깐만. 뭐야 저거?
They're everywhere.
그래서 뭐야 지금? 아 미치겠네. 어디 가냐?
Comment below. Tell me where I should go. No.
Oh no.
Come on, dude.
저 왜 이런 짓을 한 거야? 그렇게 얘기할 때는 아무도 안 된다. 아들이 오랫동안 괴롭힘을 당했어.
The day he was born.
You're an idiot, baby.
자살 기도를 했을 때 알았어. 너무 늦게 알았지만 바로 잡을 수 있다고 생각했어.
그 애들끼리 장난치다 그런 거 가지고 경찰에 신고까지 하면 어떡해요? 그 학교에서 나 처벌했으면 됐지.
God damn it.
아니 말로 이 선생 그 제약회사 쫓겨나고 기간제 교사 전전하는 거를 그래도 정규 교사로 받아주신 게 우리 교장 선생님이신데 이 선생도 학교를 위해서 일할 생각을 했지 말이야.
Even he's getting bullied.
Yeah.
끝까지 찾아와서 괴롭혔어.
Jeez.
Oh God, I hope he fucking dies. I hate that guy so much.
This show's gonna bring him to the very end.
그렇게라도 살리고 싶었다고. 인간으로 죽느니 괴물이 돼서라도 살아남으라고.
Oh.
하지만 죽음으로 갚아야 하는 책임이 있고 살아서 갚아야 하는 책임이 있어. 당신이 모르는.
Also true.
Yeah. It's a good debate.
치유하는 방법은 있을 거 아니야. 없어. 대피력 떨어졌어.
If there's anyone who could solve this debate.
Get him some equipment and a specimen, lock him in a lab.
Don't you own a gun, man? Bam, bam, John Wick.
저것도 인간의 모습 중에 하나다. 존재를 존재로 인정하고 치료를 포기하는 게 맞는 걸지도 모른다.
Well, accepting them for what you made them, though. Oh, there you go.
Go, man.
Do it, man. You're not gonna have another chance.
Wow.
What a death.
What a symbolic way to die.
Yeah.
Christ, him.
Savior of the anguished.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
hello there.
whoa. Oh man, the whole thing went to shit out there. You still haven't been bit?
Oh, you're like the target.
The perfect target.
Prime target, yeah.
지금도 재난관리청으로 갈 거야. 거기 도착하면 효상국 과학실에서 노트북 먼저 찾으라 그래. 거기 이 사태를 해결할 방법 다 들어있다. 왜 저한테 그러세요? 나 죽으면 너라도 가가지고 이 얘기를 전해야 될 거 아니야, 이 새끼야.
It's a nice thing is your legs still work after being pinned behind a
I
truck.
thought this cop was gonna be like a total dick, and now I'm like, really counting on you, damn man.
Yeah. Our only hope.
It's a beautiful morning.
아무도 구하러 안 오는데.
지금 나가면 좀비 다 보잖아. 그냥 밤에 나가자고?
그걸 왜 지금 얘기해?
미안해.
그걸 왜 이제서야 얘기하냐고. 나보고 지금 뭐 어떻게 하라고.
Did he tell her he likes her? Yeah.
내일 아침 오전 9시.
Oh my god. She better be the one to kill him.
뭐 안 그럼 인터넷 자동으로 올라갈 거니까.
Wow.
갈래. 핸드폰 찾으러.
미쳤어?
같이 갈래? 네가 나 찍었잖아.
아니 그거 애들이 시켜서 할 수 없이 그런 거잖아.
Come on.
Oh, come on,
dude.
man.
더 내려가면 교무실이야.
가지 마.
가다가 안 되면 올게. 걱정하지 마.
내가 너 걱정해서 그래?
네가 내 걱정이나 하겠냐?
이수야.
I'm worried about you.
왜? 네 몸으로 거기 어떻게 올라가, 이 돼지야.
내 몸이 왜? 왜일까?
You're beautiful, man.
원조가 너 좋다고 고백했다며. 사귈 거야? 지금 그게 쉬운 게 아니야. 왜? 사귈까? 야, 그걸 왜 나한테 물어? 야, 조심해.
You guys might as well floor hop it now. Drop down. All you guys know parkour.
Oh, you guys got strong arms. No! I mean, she might not be dead, but... Nah, she dead.
Aww.
Just Hulk out and throw them all off.
What?
I don't know. Maybe she's the special? What?
No way.
Oh my god.
It's still scheduled. You'd have to.
Yeah, you'd have to go into his account.
Yeah. Oh no, she's turning. I thought there was some like.
Yeah, I thought she had some kind of antibody or something.
Ah. Oh my god. Oh, she messed it up.
Damn it.
죽여버릴 거야! 내가 씨발 죽여버릴 거야!
Whoa!
Whoa, man!
Dude.
Whoa, my man! You asshole. You're responsible for so much shit. I hate you so much.
주차장 가는 그 733 선생님 차 있거든. 그거 몰고 요 밑으로 와.
Yeah, he's really gonna follow through with that.
I cannot tell.
What's happening?
이제 한 사람씩 들어오세요. 여기다 여장 있어? 네, 있음. 올라가 빨리.
No,
Dude.
No.
Please make it, my
Oh,
dude.
man.
Don't let this happen.
Make the floor wet so they slip.
Yeah. You mean bolt cutting isn't as easy as it looks in every other movie? Oh
no. No.
Come on.
No, I really want him to live.
I know.
Why are you moving slowly?
No. Do not Night of the Living Dead him.
Why is no one charging it?
I don't know. They'll just chill out for a minute.
Oh my god.
No.
평생 일진들 뒷수발이나 드는 혓바닥 찌질이야. 다시 말해봐.
Whoa. Damn.
You just straight up murdered him.
No turning back.
No. Are you fucking kidding me? He landed that? What is this guy?
he's an expertly trained knife thrower.
Oh god.
Yeah, that fucking A.
The amount of death tease he gets.
Yeah.
It's the second episode already. Out of 4 where it ends on. Is he about to die?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, he'll be fine.
What a pain in
He'll
the
charge
ass
up
that
from
guy is. God damn.
What a D. What a massive erect penis.
Man, that was a
guy.
gripping show though. I was really into
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
I was
dude.
really hooked.
Great
Holy crap.
episode.
That was really great. I was like, man, this hour flies by.
It does.
It's so intense.
Fucking hell.
And a lot of like, I don't understand how this person's living right now, but okay.
Yeah, what's the girl in the
Oh.
teacher's office? Jeez, I still can't tell what's happening to her.
And the choreography, the way they staged that with the fire hydrant and the shots outside of the stairwells that are coming out, that was wonderfully staged.
Yeah.
That was intense. That was really intense. All right, let's talk about it. I'm still waiting for the point in the show when people are like, it gets slow and boring.
Yeah, I know. Every time, I feel like we've had that sort of preparation like thrown at us or just put in mind, you know, for almost every episode up until this point, and none of them have felt anything less than like gripping and immediate to me.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it like those little attention to details of like when they're trying to figure out the bathroom situation? Because well, the thing is, I'm a pretentious film snob, so I love those things.
I do too. I'm like, yeah, I haven't seen a zombie flick where everyone has to figure out, where you watch both the kids and the adults have to figure out, oh wait, what about the bathroom now that we've been here for a day?
That's such a realistic thing, and I'm like, I like that. I weirdly think that's a really good detail to include in your story, and I appreciate shit like that. I appreciate appreciate piss like that. I like the details of a weird situation like that, because when you're isolated, I don't know. Have you guys ever tried writing something? If you're writing something, a lot of times, especially if you care about like realism of what characters might have to deal with, that's something that oftentimes, like in a movie, you're like, we don't have time for that. Let's just move along.
Nobody cares.
But in a show, why not take some time to have a little bit of a awkward discussion about what that is? And you know, the bathroom thing is.
It's a human thing.
It's very relatable.
Yeah.
That's a relatable, and especially with kids who can be uncomfortable with such a thing.
Anybody can be uncomfortable with such a thing. Yeah, like it's a human vulnerability that we all have to experience, and that get most all cultures or many cultures have like a lot of, you know, finicky things around. So yeah, having everybody lumped into this room together, it, like, I don't know, to me that's part of the fun of the science fiction of this, is going, okay, what is the true scenario of survival, and how do we encompass all the aspects? Like, because there's that, and then they go on talking about, like, you know, we're gonna run, we don't have any food or water, so, you know, we're gonna be dehydrated by tomorrow, and we're gonna starve by the next day.
Yeah, they're well-educated kids too, so I like seeing the intellectual discussions around it, and them trying to understand what someone else is really implying or really talking about. I think those nuggets are so vital, I think, to making this stand out. And even like this was the most like adult drama that I think we've gotten of. You know, like it seemed like it was pretty equally split or divided between going to the hospital, like if you siphon it off between Guinam and the rest of the kids, like being the kids, and then the other storyline being the hospital and the cop. You know, so it seemed like there was a really like equally divided storyline between kids and adults and what they're dealing with. And what is the dad's name? We have him. Did we not write his name down here?
No.
Oh no, the father, the creator of our great zombie virus.
Lee something or other.
We'll just call him creator for now
Joe's
on.
dad.
The
dad. Oh, that guy. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the
creator.
creator.
The creator of the virus.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you meant firefighter dad. But yeah.
The firefighter dad, Nam So-jo is the firefighter. I wrote it down.
Oh, you did? Wow.
Yeah. We have 10 character names
so
written
terrible.
here. Yeah. Well, okay, where to start with? I mean, we'll find out what happens with some of the students. Like, oh, we didn't write her name down either. We should have taken the time, but the girl who is the one who's been videotaped.
Tape, yeah.
You know, that. I think one of the most biggest pieces of conversation to derive from here is the one that is argued between the cop and creator, and watching, like, discussing like the differences and how this all progressed, you know, and like this show covers so much about the effect of being bullied does and what that can ignite. And I like the moral debate of what they had, of like, how's it up to us to decide when's it okay to take a life and when's it not okay to take a life, or how this show, like I'll reiterate again, we're Americans who don't have much familiarity with how, you know, societal norms are in like South Korea and stuff. However, like, at least the world that this show presents is like the way how this hierarchy goes, societal systems and whatnot, systematic systems. I mean, and how that all plays out. Like when he's when the creator is talking about, you know, everyone had a role to play. Everyone was complicit to a certain extent, just based off of societal norms, that they would not stand up for such a thing. That it's just normal. Let's justify the situation. Let's minimize the situation. Let's downplay everything. And the fact that a lot of people are kind of privy to a lot of the bullying that goes on and a lot of the inhumane ways to treat people. So by proxy, or just association, just by being witness and not doing something, they have a hand in they play a certain hand in it. And so I like where they establish where the creator dad was coming from, especially when it's your own son who is the one who has to suffer the consequences of what is being passed along as normal. And just because it's normal doesn't mean it's okay. And then of course on the cops end of things being like, okay, you said a few things right, but that doesn't mean it's like you got to kind of you know, give punishment based off of the way the crime is done. You can't just automatically jump to murdering. And what this show is also doing is bringing it back to a more archaic biblical time in a way. Like there was so much talk about humanity too, and you know, bringing humans back to their more animalistic roots, to how we were years ago. And I think that's kind of why like the bathroom thing is a fascinating thing to me, because you know, we just finished Kingdom, and there was this section in Kingdom where, you know, like back when the show Kingdom takes place, another Korean zombie show, that's a much more historical time period where I don't think this whole thing about like where do we shit and piss is going to be as much of a discussion. Because like their quality standard, the modern luxuries. Yeah, they don't have toilets that flush or you know, it's the shit like that we rely on for comfortable hygiene when going to the bathroom. So I like that this is like stripping us back to the bare bone minimums, and then like the way he was comparing it with about like he was making like animalistic comparisons.
Oh yeah, the seeing eye dog comparison. Yeah, should all dogs give up their natural instinct to run and bark? Should all people give up their natural instincts too? Yeah, so for civility's sake. Yeah. So if anything, and he does die in this like that Jesus-like pose. That they didn't like slow motion it down, but it did seem like a really symbolic way for him to die as like the creator who dies. Just being completely devoured every inch.
Yeah. So I think that this is I think it's fascinating the way they do it, and while they take their time out to have these more philosophical discussions about life, society, morals, humanity, whatnot, it's also just a gripping, intense series too. I think the zombie shit is really gripping to watch, and there's some deaths in here that really kind of that bugged me a lot, like Chung-sun's mom being killed at the very top of this.
That sucked so much. I was so rooting for her.
The way some of these people die is just so it adds to the realism of it, and sometimes it is like it can be frustrating.
It's stark and matter of fact in a way. It's funny because there are certain things where, like, you know, the main guy, Chung-sun, like he escaped a few scrapes in more of a kind of traditional narrative sense, but yeah, I like that they are willing to really dial in that bleakness when it comes to, like, there are so many characters who get set up with these motivations where you're like, well, they can't die, or we have to see some kind of dramatic resolution. And, you know, part of, I think, the point of some of those things is that, yeah, especially, I mean, in life already, and then in an advanced, accelerated situation like this, it's not going to work out like that. And so I'm fascinated to see what they're going to do with the girl who, you know, who's undergone with the tape, who's undergone this intense sort of assault and bullying, because it seems as though they're hinting at some kind of thing where, like, she's getting taken over very slowly. I can't tell if they're going full zombie with her or not, but even that is like, you want to see her get some kind of retribution, and it appears as though she probably won't, and that's kind of you know, it's one of those sad twists of the knife that you're like, yeah, you know, in the real world, she probably wouldn't get some kind of big, emotionally satisfying resolution out of this. And I liked even that debate of them on the roof and you know, the guy with her and the positions that they're both thrust into, because that, you know, is obviously under the microscope now of, you know, complicity in assault. And, you know, seeing the two of them both emotionally work that out and then come to how their wills to live and why are affected by this. And these two people who are so beaten down, and her with somewhat of, you could argue, with even more reason, you know, to be feeling this way than him. You know, her being the one to be like, no, I'm going. I need to do something at least, you know. Yeah, I've seen a couple of those comments too. People saying, you know, like, you know, like there's a lot of cool, intense stuff, but then it'll just like take a break to explain the point. And I maybe we haven't come to those moments yet, but I feel like, you know, there have been moments in this episode that made me think of those comments, but I didn't really share that opinion either. That same thing about slowing down or isolating the point. I feel like a lot of the debates they're having are natural debates to be having in the settings that they're put in, and being that this is such real time, being that we're only on the second day, like we just got through the first night, you know. And yeah, I feel like this show is a great example of how to have your cake and eat it too with a zombie story, because by the end of this, I would imagine, you know, it's like you have all these different characters between the adults and the kids who are all standing in for different kind of issues or conflicts that exist within society, and then we're seeing the kind of the overarching umbrella is how like the need to adhere to a certain societal protocol keeps us from getting to the actual solution to things, or to some kind of actual healing or some kind of actual progress. So like I'm fascinated by how they're using the characters and to see where some of them will end up, to understand what the true point is, because there's a lot that does, when you have characters dying in such abrupt and stark ways, some things can feel sort of random, but I don't begrudge it that necessarily, because that's also an aspect of life, you know?
Well, I think the theme of this particular episode was about the value of life, and what is the value that we place on life. That seemed to be what it all, even down to the girl when she was brought with the question of why kill yourself when that video is already going to be out there.
Yeah,
like is it worth it? What can you really escape? People already see it. And that seemed to be like the biggest stem for when you look at like everything that you were watching here, of how, and then even with the firefighter and the politician lady, how they were talking about like he wants to go save his daughter, but she was saying like we can't just save those that are most precious to us. We have to save the most we can. And so again, it goes back to value in life. And I think it's a really interesting debate that they have per episode, with the through line of inhumane treatment, and that and how the zombie virus in a lot of ways is representative of who we are underneath it all.
Yeah,
you know, which I've heard brought up in zombie properties before, that this is merely an amplification of the human nature. At the same time, though, it's done in a more visceral way, where they keep the action alive still. Where some stuff doesn't, like some stuff gets brought into question with its rules. Like the guy who was trapped behind the car, I'm like, this guy would have been dead.
Yeah. How's this guy's leg?
Hey, how's he moving?
How's he walking? Yeah. And how did he not just get devoured on either side? Yeah.
Unless they mistook it. But I do think that girl, I don't know. I wonder if that was just some mislead of her, like slightly twitching.
Yeah.
Because they did start chewing on her, and then they left her.
Yeah, they markedly stopped.
Yeah.
And we're like, we're gonna go someplace. Maybe she's dead on the inside, and it's some kind of metaphorical magic. I don't know. But yeah, like that of all the threads, that's the one where I'm like, is she the special somehow?
Maybe they're gonna do something where like the bullied kids all have some special gene.
If you've been victimized to the extreme, yeah, you are immune to the virus.
Which is not true. I mean, we've seen some people.
No, because I mean, the first kid would never have turned.
Yeah.
It would never have worked. But yeah, this is this is really well done. And even with the woman, like I thought they did nicely coming out of the previous episode to make even the people in the office feel a little more nuance. Like they didn't just cling to that one beat of like, she's the councilwoman, what are you doing, she's the most important person, why aren't you catering to her at all time. Like they kind of left and progressed a little beyond. Like there's still aspects of, you know, those protocol, like the principal is like, you know, you're expelled for doing this, which is like, I don't know, you know, those rules don't apply anymore. So like those aspects still persist in certain pockets, but I feel like the way they're advancing even those things with those characters who initially present themselves as, you're gonna be frustrating, you know, they're good at wearing those edges down. And now all that I'm gonna wait and see is if they're able to do that to what's her name, Na Yeon. Because you know, I imagine the next episode Chung's son has to come across her and Miss Park at some point. Now that they're all split up and stuff, maybe they can help him get rid of Guinan or something.
It seems like the worst people tend to survive this situation.
Yeah. Or hey, I mean, maybe Guinan will run into the girl and she'll just eat him. Maybe they're holding her transformation until just the right moment.
That's kind of what I'm hoping for. But no, there's something a little too thematic about what happened there.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, it's good. I'm really enjoying it, and
it.
I'm yet to be bored.
Nah.
The only time I thought the rhythm was off was the first episode.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to watch the next one.
Yeah.
Each time we finish, like, it's funny because they are so substantial, and I've said this each time, they're each like a movie, but yeah, they fly by.
Yeah, and I think the way they captured the zombie action is choreographed so well too.
Oh yeah, just like so composed, like it's so visceral and mean, and the actors are so committed to that, but also it's so composed and so thought out. Like it's mightily impressive what they're able to do here.
Oh god, I don't get what's going on with the helicopters.
I don't either. I mean, I just was like, I guess they don't have that many resources, and yeah, are they just rescuing people slowly?
I don't know. You never see them drop down. Like, unless they got a flare, don't go down there.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, because we see that big line of them from the kids' perspective, and I'm like, yeah, are they just hovering there? What's going on? Or are they just tending to, again, yeah, like people in the city positions of government or something?
Maybe, but I mean, a helicopter can drop down on a school roof, can't they?
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it would be that hard. They just need a flare. That's all they need. They gotta go to the...
They've got our influencer guy, too.
Yeah. Oh, him. That's right. I hope he makes it. I like that a lot. I love seeing his little live stream comments. We got a couple translations of those in the subtitles.
Yeah. I don't know. It also seems like it does this thing about... Like, a lot of this seems to be some weird commentary on status, too.
Yeah. Status and the ways that it pollutes our ability to just see a situation for what it is and do the right thing.
Yeah.
You know?
It's even like the influencer thing, while funny, also has a commentary to it.
Yeah.
Of like and subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe.
Yeah, like it's funny, but I also think there's some deeper thing to it because, what was the point I just said? Fuck. I forgot what I said.
It having this thing about the
status.
statuses, yeah, and authority.
Oh yeah, it's like this is oh yeah, it comes back to like stripping people down to, we've created these more like we assign as humans as we age on in this planet, we assign what is right and wrong. Like there are things that we consider wrong now that 100 years ago would have been totally cool, you know. Yes. And this is just keep stripping that back even more, and then people still try to use status in a position of applying who's more important, when like none of that matters anymore. Like threatening your bully character with "I'm going to expel you," I'm like, that shit don't matter right now.
Dude, what do you what leverage do you think you have?
Yeah, I know that. I know in the moment though, but I think that's what this does well, is a lot of the times you can read more into things because another version of that is that the principal's just desperate to manipulate the student to getting the car.
Yeah.
You know, that's mainly what it reads as, but there's also, when you look at the other conversations that sort of circulate around this series, I think that also factors in, even right down to the creator guy. Like, he felt pushed into this position to try to come up with something because no one was standing up for the plight of what his son was dealing with at the time. So yeah, let it all burn. Let it all burn.
Yeah, I mean, I felt for him. I was like, this isn't the solution, but also, I get you.
yeah, they did a good job.
I get you, man.
All right, guys. Well, keep a lookout for our next reaction. Thanks for being here, and hey, let's do a pick. Lance Dorr, you're the easiest one to shout out for this. Why? Because we have a character in this episode who is a badass firefighter, helps save the day.
Hell yeah.
And objectively speaking, there is only one firefighter at our Patreon page, and that's you. So guess what? When the zombie apocalypse rolls around, we're gonna need an Asian firefighter on our side.
Yes.
And you fit both those descriptors, man. Lance, I'm happy to have you at our Patreon page. And speaking of status, we'd be the most important people you'd have to protect.
Yes.
Your kid's not gonna make it in the apocalypse, all right? There's no point in even trying. What are you gonna try to repopulate? No, forget the kid. All right, forget the wife. They're holding you back in life. We're gonna be the ones you're gonna need to protect. So Lance, I appreciate your loyalty, because loyalty is important.
Especially in the apocalypse.
Fidelity, that counts for something, man. I use that word, right?
Yeah. Faith, fidelity, yeah.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Fidelity to us, to you know, your bros. Well, you know, I mean, we went through the whole thing about, like, you know, you can't have that fidelity for, like, you know, wife and kid, because they're just gonna weigh you down in the apocalypse.
Oh, I don't believe in that shit.
No, okay, gotcha, yeah. You could always replace those.